a big hand for the and friends. That's Zina Lee on Fiddle over there. Dirk Davis unstrapping from the plumbing disaster that is the Uilleann pipes there. Mr. Marty Smith on Bouzouki over here. I am so delighted that they are here. I'm so delighted that you are here. This is a show that is about 30 years in the making, maybe a little bit more. And then if you count the 3 since pandemic, then that's another 3 years. And then if you count the number of years that came off my life while I wasn't able to play for people, oh, hey Charlie, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Anyway, it's a long time coming, so thank you so much for getting your asses off your sofas and getting down here. We really appreciate that, and it's wonderful to finally meet the Denver Celtic community. Thank you so much for being here. So I moved here from Minneapolis in 2016 for various reasons. Did they all escape me now? By the way, we will be doing a duet with a rap concert upstairs apparently tonight. So don't blame me. Yeah, exactly. It's just not like it. Oh, by the way, a big hand for Mr. Glendon over here, running sound for us, making us sound good. So, really earning his money tonight. Well, I moved here in 2016, as I said, and because I have my kids in school and stuff like that, and then I figured it was, after 20 years, I figured it was time to come out with a new solo album. So my first solo album came out in 1999, and my new solo album came out in March of 2020, and I was ready to sweep across this land like a great big sweeping thing. And then you know what happened, you know. As the narrator said, but it was not to be. So, anyway, so here we are 3 years later, that I wanted to get together all these wonderful people, get together all you wonderful people. So thanks for being here. And I picked up the wrong instrument, so let me pick up the right one. That's what we call in the phrase a mulligan. Anytime I do make a mistake, you have to drink. I've already done mine. Okay, so. Anyway, this is a song about one of my musical heroes who wrote this about one of his musical heroes. My musical hero, well, both are, but my musical hero is Andy Irvine, one of the fathers of the modern day Irish Bouzouki over here. And his hero was Woody Guthrie. And so he wrote letters to Woody Guthrie telling him how inspirational he was, and this little guy from some backwater in Ireland. And ended up writing his biographical song about Woody. It was from, anybody remember what state Woody's from? Anybody? Yeah, excellent, nicely done. Usually you get these completely blank stares, so that stuff I slipped into your drinks must have worked. All right. But this is what we call a audience participation show, all right? So as long as you keep yourselves to the choruses and let me do the verses, we're good. But we're going to come to one of Woody's greatest songs ever, and I think our standby national anthem for this country at the end. You probably learned in kindergarten, but the words are so powerful that I hope you'll sing along with me when we get there. So this is called Never Tire of the Road. Just a small town country boy when I left that dusty town. 66 to the westward and I hopped an old breakdown. California, here I come by the side door pulling in the summer and thumb. They called us Okies, low down bums, the police on us brown. Never tire of the road, never tire of the rolling wheel, never tire of the ways of the world. Out yonder's calling me, and the dark road leads me onward, and the highway that's my goal. The lonesome voice that I heard in my head said, never tire of the road. California to the New York Island, me and my guitar. Played in many a hobo jungle and many a skid row bar. Standing out in the wind and the rain at the lonesome whistle of the sweet refrain. You're waiting on some old freight train that carries an empty car. Never tired of the road, never tired of the rolling wheel, never tired of the ways of the world. Way out yonder's calling me, and the dark road leads me onward. The highway, that's my code. A lonesome voice that I heard in my head said, never tired of the road. Signed on board a Liberty ship, sail the ocean blue. You carrying guns, TNT, and D-Day soldiers do. All of the men on board agreed, to which Cisco, Jimmy, Nonny, and me. Our song rang out across the sea. You fascists bound to lose. Never tire of the road, never tire of the rolling wheel, never tire of the ways of the world. The way out yonder's calling, and the dark road leads me onward. The highway, that's my goal. A lonesome voice that I heard in my head said, never tire of the road. All right, hopefully you'll join me in some of Woody's very best words. As I went walking, living on the highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. All right, let's make them hear up upstairs. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. Back up here. Let's sing a song about whiskey. Well done. Well done. You know, you guys give me hope for the rest of the evening and perhaps even the human race. Yeah, for some reason we're not getting any guitar signal over there, Lyndon. I am. Not like it's important, but... You good? Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Wasn't up for it. If we could use a little more to support my robust and very butch vocals, please. So, any whiskey drinkers in the audience? Good, there's more left for me. So, this is what we call a Celtic rock block about whiskey. This one is a very good sing-along chorus. You did great on that one. That's great, you know. I didn't have to get you drunk first and you're already singing. That's awesome. So this one has a very easy chorus. It's got 2 words and a vowel. One of the words is a favorite malted beverage that I like to call whiskey, with an E if you're from Ireland, or with no E if you're from Scotland, whiskey. Then a girl's name, 2 syllables. If you want to be pedantic about it, it's Nancy, but feel free to substitute anybody from your long list of X's. Okay? And then the vowel is O. Nancy, whiskey, oh! Now all you gotta do is get them in order. Fortunately, there's like 37,000 verses, so I'm sure by the end of this we'll all be together. So my friends up here came to me and they said, we want to spark this up, so can we put a tune into this? And so we did. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It's there now.
It's there now.
Well, now you can hear it. I have to tune it. Thank you, Glendon.
It was there quieter before.
Okay. No worries. That's what we call the sound check song. There we go. All right. So, whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy whiskey. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a weaver, called a weaver. I'm a rash and a rolling blade. Hey, silver in my pockets. Now game follow the rolling blade. Here's your part. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy. I came in fine, Glasgow City. Nancy whiskey, I can't smell. I went in and I sat downside her. 7 long years I loved her well. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy. Early in the morning, take my thirst was my need. Tried to rise, I was not able. Nancy whiskey had me by me. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy. All right, play us that tune, will ya? Early in the morning, take my thirst was my need. Tried to rise, I was not able. Nancy whiskey had me by the knee. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. All you weavers, call them weavers. All you weavers, wherever you'll be, and beware of whiskey. Nancy whiskey, she'll ruin your life. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy. Once more. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, Nancy, how about a little jig? I'm going back to coffee bean. I'll surely make those shuttles fly before I coffee bean. Never ride it as a rolling boy. Whiskey, whiskey, fancy whiskey. Whiskey, fancy. All right, last chance. Whiskey, whiskey, fancy whiskey. Whiskey, fancy. Song. This is a non-friend song. So that's my alert to them. That's like,
get off.
No, it's my alert to go get me another drink. No, this is another whiskey song. It is a part of this Celtic rock block. I had the good fortune to go over to Ireland 2 years in a row, 22 and 23. 22 I went with a band called Tullamore, based out of Kansas City. Last year I went with my band, Piper Jones Band. We're sort of a diaspora band, formerly Texans. And we went over to Ireland, and this last time we went with Tommy O'Sullivan, noted guitar player, singer, songwriter, and his wife Sandra. And we took 36 wonderful people for 9 days. It was an amazing experience. A very fun thing because every night is about the music. It's not so much about the tourist stuff that you can see on your own. It's about going into a little pub and playing with people like from Sleeve Notes and having the 7-time All-Ireland national dancer come in and dance with your tunes and stuff. So it's a pretty wonderful experience.
How many seats are left?
Huh?
How many seats are left?
One.
How many seats are left? There's a few left. I don't know exactly. But we're going back again in July of this year. I think it's the last 2 weeks of July or thereabouts. And if you'd like to join us, if you've never been to Ireland, it's a really wonderful way to see the place. It's the first time I went was on one of these tours, and it's pretty amazing. One of the things we got to see was the Middleton Distillery, where they make this wonderful thing called whiskey. Perhaps you've heard. But I was just astonished at the amount of ingenuity, blood, sweat, and tears, and patience, and time, and chemistry that goes into making a distilled spirit. Now, human beings have been trying to get each other drunk since time immemorial. Like, the only thing that goes back and it takes as much time and energy as making distilled spirits is music, I think. Because if you look at some of these instruments here, I mean, God, who fell asleep on the wrong side of the pillow and thought of that instrument? But the whole thing about that thing in your glass, that with that amber color and all that, the amount of time and energy and patience that goes into that is not dissimilar to what goes into one of these fine albums that I'm selling over here in my kiosk of shameless self-promotion. So if you want to take some of that magic home with you, just saying, it's just a metaphor. Anyway, but I learned this song from the singing of the great Ed Miller, who's one of my great inspirations. I went to school in Austin, Texas at UT. And that's how, he's basically the reason I'm here tonight. So talk about, again, 30 years, and Charlie knows all about it. So, but this is a great song by Robin Lang, and it's called More Than Just a Dram.
Take a bite.
Take it. Tune her off. There you go. Better. I hate messing with him because he's right there.
Because you're
You
paying
good
so
there?
much.
Can I get you a drink? Oh.
Next year.
Can you get me a drink?
Next year.
Take clear water from the hill, and barley from the lowlands. Take a master craftsman's skill, and something harder to divide. like secrets in the shape of copper stills, or the slow, silent magic work of time. Whiskey, you're the devil in disguise, at least to some, that's the way it seems. But you're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise, turn them into dreams. Bring back sherry casks from Spain, San Ricardo, Almeida, build them up again with the spirit of the land. Then let the woodwork tune the spirit's game. In a process no one fully understands. Whiskey, you're the devil in disguise, at least for some, that's the way it seems. But you're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise, turn them into dreams. Oh, the spirit starts out clear, but see the transformation after many patient years, when at last the tale unfolds. Well, the colors of the seasons will appear, from the palest yellow to the deepest gold. Whiskey, you're the devil in disguise, at least for some, that's the way it seems. You're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise, turn them into dreams. So when you hold it in your hand, it's the pulse of one small nation, so much more than just a drag. You can see it if you will. The people and the weather and the land, the past into the present is distilled. Whiskey, you're the devil in disguise, at least to some, that's the way it seems. But you're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise. Whiskey, you're the devil in disguise, at least to some, that's the way it seems. But you're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise, and turn them into peaceful, pleasant dreams. You'd have to go out and, like, you know,
Eat.
have a huddle and, you know,
You have to go out and eat.
yeah, towel off and whatnot. So, thank you guys for being here tonight. This is really a lot of fun. Are you having fun?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you have a mic. You can say "we are" into the mic, and that proves it.
We are having fun.
How about you guys? You having a good
Y'all
time?
having fun? Good.
Marty, don't go as fast as Wolf usually does.
This is Glenn Loki, am I not correct? No, this is Lazarus Lee.
Oh, okay, right.
You know why? Because I forgot to sync my thing. I almost started the wrong thing. It's okay because he starts it.
Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sorry. Oh, you tempo for this.
Thank you. Anytime. About that.
Should I keep them?
Oh, yeah.
Mom, they followed me home. Can I keep them?
Christina might have something to say.
So we're going to do a song from Scotland, funnily enough. I tend towards more the Scottish stuff than the Irish stuff. Thank you, Mom. This one is in broad Scots, so I'll take the liberty of explaining to you what actually happens. The libretto, if you will. So, this young lady, young Zina Lee. Lee is a very small town on the east coast of Scotland, in Fife, near Falkirk. And Bonnie Jean goes to a family reunion of the Gordon clan. Any Gordons in the house tonight?
McLean's.
Good, let's talk about them. Anyway, so she goes to a family reunion apparently, and sees across the hall her distant cousin.
Distant enough.
Yes, sufficiently distant cousin. A young laird named Glen Logie. This is a big thing. And so she sees him, falls instantly in love, and goes and immediately confesses said love to our hero.
Because she's 16.
Oh, yeah. Spoilers! I was working up to it. She is in fact 16. As the narrator said, but she was in fact 16. Anyway, so she's 16. She says, and Glen Logie says, oh, you're cute, pats her on the head basically and sends her on her way. She immediately does what every 16-year-old does, retires to the fainting couch, and exclaims to her father, oh, I must marry this man, I love him so much. I know I did this, I don't know about you guys, but I'm proud of it. But,
Nailed it.
and her father said, thank you, see? That's why we give him Mike, on a very occasion, Dirk, just puts the zinger right in there, you know? An assassin, comedic assassin, that's Dirk Mewes over there.
And usually it's dead
Thank you, I'll
jokes.
be here all night.
Anyway, so she goes to her father and says, I must marry this man. And her father says, no, that's ridiculous. I'll marry this other guy. He has so much more money, which is why it's important. And she says, no, this only will do it. So he gets the minister to write a very persuasive note, opening paragraph, 3 body paragraphs, closing paragraph, and sends this off to Glen Logie. He gets it, and he's sort of like in the frat house among the other guys saying, look at this letter I got for this. But then he rereads and says, wait a minute, this is very compelling. And the penmanship is awfully nice. And so he decides to get his 2 fastest horses, go back, find Jeannie at Bethany, finds her on the fainting couch, says, is this serious? You really mean what you said in this letter? She says, yes, of course. He says, okay, well, that's good enough for me. Let's get married. And so,
Plus she's 16.
yeah.
He's up the
So she's too old.
Not bitter.
Anyway, so they get married. Her talker's told, which is her dowry, and they live apparently happily ever after and have lots of sex and babies. So here we go. That's me. Hold on. I've got an issue with my.
Right, second check.
It's me. It's definitely me. All right. Sorry, Glenn.
Sorry.
If it happens again, I have a backup plan. All right, here we go. Bonnie Glen Logie was a foot at the mile. There were 6 and 6 nobles ruled through Bantry Fair. And Bonnie Glen Logie was a foot at the there. There were 99 ladies settled at the King's Heart. Bonnie Jean of the Delhi was a foot of them all. Soon come any gold, she come tripping to the stairs. She chose a Glen Logie from morning to his days. Glen Logie, Glen Logie, you look so kind. Our love is laid upon you, now I've told you my mind. He's turned around lightly, but the Gordon's lost, and I'm sorry to be born. I'm promised to walk. know she's got 4 maidens for the market of bed, the ribbons and the napkins to tie up her heels. And up spake the Fiddle, and the wise man was he, saying, I'll away that Fiddle. He's my garden here, I can come to Fiddle. This morning, big, can I get the Glenloggie? Oh, to him will I be. Then her father's ain't chapel, he's no man of great skill. He rode to Brawley, and he died at his wheels in a fox on the road. And since it is so, a lady's lovely on you, must she die in her woe? A fox on your roadie, and since it is time, a lady's lovely on, but she die in her pride. He got the letter, it's in amongst the men. It stopped spoken Logie, because the strong woman knew. When first he read the letter, a right laugh to hey, our Davy read over. Oh, a tear in his ears, and go saddle me the black one, saddle me the broom, I'm keen of a gentleman, with the glitter I win. But the horse is right as saddle, the more laid upon the reed, and what he had was 12 miles in the line. Bring it down. It was Ben and one worship, and Glenloggie came in. It's red and rosy, bushy, when she kept was him. Where lies a pain lady, did it lie in your side? Where lies a pain lady, does it lie in your heat? I don't know, Glenloggie, your hair from the pale, the pain of lying under it lies in my head. But turn around and go, turn on your side, and I'll play the right if you'll play the right. Woo! Little Jeannie's got to marry, the talker's been told. Funny queen of the family, still 16 years old. But tell me all the time, the shine weighs down, and the heather bells around the shine on Friday's time. But tell me all the time, the shine weighs down, and the heather bells around the shine on Friday's land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember what I'm playing this next one on.
Amazing again.
I know that. I need to know which implement of destruction I have to pick from my great arsenal up here. He said arsenal.
Of the earth.
So here's a song that I wrote back in 1993. And it's a song that I think really is, it's a universal truth that speaks to everybody who's been in a bagpipe band in the Austin, Texas area in the early 90s, and wore this horrible, horrible dancer's kilt called dress collade that's white, yellow, lavender, and pink. And when you go and pump gas in Waco, Texas in August with your thighs sweating, and you're wearing a kilt that is yellow, pink, lavender, and white, you know how much testosterone is coursing through your veins. Worked very hard on the verses, and then I gave up. So I decided to steal the chorus lines from other songs. Sorry, purloined. But Charlie was back in the day when I was down in Austin, Texas, at Silver Thistle Pipes and Drums. And I started out as a drummer, and I actually joined the pipe band for a very simple reason, as most musicians are inspired by. I wanted to meet chicks. So, and I figured putting on a dress was the best way to do that. As any good homegrown Texas boy would know, wouldn't it? But I actually spent 3 years in Scotland, which is how I got into all this stuff. Okay, so I took the plant pill, I guess you could say. That was really funny. These things are to chuckle. I came up with that on the spur of the moment. I get nothing. You are so funny.
We're still processing.
It was too clever for us all.
You know, anytime you're in my presence, you really gotta click your the cycles of your motherboard up a little bit. You know.
Yeah, maybe you should tell it again. Tell it funnier next time.
You can watch it on the stream. We're live streaming. You know, hopefully a lot of people are watching it from all over the world. But over the 3 years that I was down for COVID, where I didn't get to go outside my house, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Occasionally I would put on pants and I would stream live almost every day to start off. Remember back in May of 2020 when the people would open their windows and like howl like wolves at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Well, I'm never one to pass by a good marketing scheme. So I said, hey, those aren't real wolves. I don't need to be afraid. I can use that. So I started every night at 8 o'clock when they would howl, and we'd do howl on with the stream, and I'd have some tequila, and then I'd play some songs. And we did it every day for a while, and then every 3 days. And we've been doing it every Saturday for at least 3 years. So if you like this kind of music, and I assume you do because you're here, unless you're at gunpoint, please find me on Facebook, and my website is wololoco.com. That's Wolf Loescher, Wolo, Loco, Longmont, Colorado, because I'm staking my stick in the ground here. I am no longer a Texan. I am now a Colorado. Thank you for putting up with me. Anyway, but this is a song that goes back to my Texas roots. Another day on the big red line between the present and the past. My feet they hurt, my shoulders numb, but they say these two shall pass like a kidney stone. When they blush, the old men cry, and the children they run away. A dog starts howling somewhere down the street as the pipes begin to play Amazing Grace. And old anxiety, my friend, and the Lord will never end. And don't go back again. See what I mean about the chorus? Well, I started up young, I practiced real hard to try to make it great. Now I'm older, all I'm thinking about is getting through this damn parade. But still I return again and again, though the novelty has died. Is it the gizmo or the leather or the warm beer, or something deeper down inside? Again, old anxiety, my friend, and the world never ends. Well, you know, come back again. I'll make it talk. How about a big hand for me? When endless competition, highest paid, the songs for days and days. The tartan and the shortbread and the single malt and the hat before the name. Mighty influential for a backward place on the edge of the third world. Strange how everyone becomes a sky where the pipes begin to stir up the bass. In old lang syne, my friend, and the world never ends. Well, you know, come back again. That was just one tequila we had, right?
That was just one.
It was double? Now he tells me. We may not win many prizes for deportment. When all is said and done, I become my best self when I'm strapping on that drum. So put up with the jokes and the hateful stares for this noise of a curdled stove. Stand by the right, and we're heroes again as the pipes kick in the drove.
Yes, every day.
To amazing roads. Getting old lang syne, not red, and loaded never ends. Well, you know, come back again, oh baby. Getting old lang syne, my friend, and loaded never ends. Well, you know, come back. Help me out, Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, I'm sweet sound. Let's see, the rich like me, I was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. He was blind, but now I see. Hey.
Look, you are possibly the only person I know who can troll his own songs.
Well, I have alternate versions, alternate lyrics, and there's a whole verse that I actually never did. But you have to like buy the special album for that, like the liner notes. So I came out with a new album in September of last year. In September, it's called Immigrant Songs. It's available. You want to take some of that magic home with you. Very proud of it. And I kind of looked through my songs after making the Sheep's Clothing album in 2020 and said, well, there's some themes here. So there's underage marriage. There's... Let's wait for the callback, I guess. I don't know, man. I thought that was pretty good. Anyway, so there's themes here. One of them was immigrant songs. And I wanted to find songs about coming to this country because I believe the story of America is the story of immigrants. Because I don't believe anybody is from here originally. And if you are, like if you're like a Native American originally from here, you probably got pushed to somewhere else, and so you're no longer from where you are. So my parents actually came off the boat in 1953. And most people know, this song talks about Ellis Island, which people know about, right? But that closed. And by the time my parents came over from Germany after the war, this is my dad's side of the family, they came off in a very bucolic place known as Hoboken, New Jersey. Well, good, nobody from Hoboken is here. Anyway, but this song deals with the very first person off the boat from Ireland to Ellis Island in 1943. Her name was Annie Moore. And I'd love to tell you all about her and like what her experience in her life was here, you know, coming off the boat, not speaking the language, knowing nothing about it. This is before Google Maps, before Apple Maps, before MapQuest even, before like Rand McNally atlases. You maybe saw a postcard that had like the Statue of Liberty. You got on a ship for 11 weeks to 12 weeks, and you were lucky if you got and survived, and you got off on the other side. You had to find a job and find a place, and sometimes you didn't speak the language. So it's pretty
Probably
amazing.
not
But
beside your family.
and also, which I have another song called the American Wake. It actually had the death celebration before you got on the ship. But I know you'd like to learn a lot more about Annie Moore, who was this young 15-year-old girl and what her life was like. But would you like to know some more, Zina?
Always.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know anymore.
You can go out and look on Wikipedia. It's got everything on her entire life. Where she went, who she married, what kids she had. I think she had like 15 kids.
Yeah. Have a 3-page paper on my desk by Monday morning. Opening paragraph, 3 paragraphs. Anyway, I learned this from the singing of Sean King. Well. On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And sorry, I've got a little issue with my pickup again. I'm sorry. We're going to start that verse again. It's called a mulligan. Cheers.
Everyone drink.
Everybody drink. Whenever there's a mulligan,
Thank you.
drink. Take a sip. Yeah, there you go.
2, 3, 4. On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first across the threshold of that Isle of Hope and Tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was on the 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fear. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of hope, Isle of fear, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in that land of liberty. And courage is a passport when your old love disappears. But there's no future in the past when you're 15 years. I love home, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fear. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of home, Isle of fear, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. They closed down Ellis Island in 1943. 17 million people had come there to sanctuary. And in springtime when I went there and I stepped onto its piers, I thought of how it must have been when you're 15 years. Isle of kids, Isle of freedom, Isle of fear. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of Home, Isle of Pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of Home is always on your mind. Isle of Home, Isle of Pain, Isle of freedom, Isle of faith. But it's not the isle you left behind. An Isle of faith, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of Home is always on your mind. But the Isle of Home is always on your mind. As they say on the Muppet Show. Sorry. All right, I'm going to do another song for you. How about that? I'm going to take the liberty of changing instrument. Big hand for Anne Friends, also known as the Growlers. Yeah, so thank you very much for Chris, who lined this gig up for me. And thank you for organizing this. This is so wonderful to see all these people. We all love this kind of music, and it is about community. I discovered that because when I first started playing music, I was in marching band and things like that. And in college, I was in like hard rock bands. I played drum kit. I thought I was the next Neil Peart. Narrator. He wasn't. And I thought I was in the music for like, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And I didn't get, out of 3, I got 0 out of 3. So I figured I better come up with a better reason for doing music if I wanted to keep doing it. And what I figured out over the pandemic was it's about community. It's about taking these songs that tell stories, that are important to me, that say something about the human condition, and finding somebody who can grok that, can get on with that. And then, so I've got that connection. And then they tell their friend, and they tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends. We all wash our hair together. And that one didn't age very well. The self-editor just didn't kick in quite quickly enough.
Have some more tequila.
But it's about connection. And so, as I said, every Saturday night I do a live stream on Facebook at 7 o'clock local time. And we call it The Howl because of that story I told before. And so I've got people who come every week, and they're from all over the world now. It's Canada, Ireland, Spain. We had somebody from Nepal once, Australia. I think we've got all the major land masses covered, except Antarctica. And the nice thing about that is you don't have to get off your sofa. I figured if you're not going to get off your sofa, or you can't because it's a pandemic, you're going to die, then I'll come to you. I'll come to you where you are. And I made those connections with those people, and then they made connections with each other. And a lot of those guys went with me to Ireland in the last couple of years. It was wonderful to spend time with them in Meat Space, as I like to call it. By the way, that's MEAT space, not MEET space. It's okay, I have both domain names. Don't worry about it. TM. But back in the day, before the days of the internet, before the days of telephone, before the days even of radio, you kind of relied on the wandering traveling people to get your news. And so somebody might come down the road, a complete stranger, and you'd welcome them in, and maybe in exchange for bringing in the hay or shearing your sheep or sharpening your knives or something like that and giving you some of the latest news and gossip, you'd give that person a pint of tequila and, oh, wait a minute, sorry. You give them a warm meal and a place to sleep for the night. And that level of community and connectivity and connection is what I think we're all about as a human species, and we could always use more of that. So this is a song I learned from the singing of the Corys and also from the Battlefield Band. It's on the Sheep's Clothing album called Tramps and Hawkers, if you know it. Please sing along. If you don't know the words, just hum really loud, okay? Hum from your diaphragm. That was a double, right? I dreamed a dream the other night, a dream of long ago. I saw Uilleann of the traveling folk along the open road. His step was light, his head held high to catch the scent of spring, and his voice rang round the countryside as he began to sing. Come all ye tramps and hawker lads, ye gatherers belong, that tramp the country running round, come listen, aid and know. I'll tell to you a rolling tale of sights that I hae seen, far off in the snowy north and south like Gretna Green. I've traveled around the Loescher land, I've seen the rushing speed. I've been by Crete and Calendar and by the shores of Lough Hay. I watched the hills on the border hills and the mist in northern Glen. I bet it do beneath the moon in Corby's daily cave. I'm often doomed by Galway and room without strength to ride, for my business takes me unaware. I travel in far, for I am rolling in my blood, and there's nothing I do now, as long as I my daily bed and laid upon my back. In the summertime, the bright blue sky, it's been good in the morning, at night where I will lie. Old barn or byre or runway, or the Monterey. And if the weather does permit, I'm happy every day. I think I'll go to Paddy's Land, I'm making up my mind. For Scotland, great other I can't read the wind, but I will trust in Providence if Providence proves true. And I will sing of every time when I come back to you. Oh, all your tramps and market lads, hear it. They drive the country road and road, come listen, aid and home. I'll tell to you a rolling tale of sights that I hae seen, far off in the snowy north and south of the Gretna Green. Awoken from my dream, the dawn song had begun. The birds sang out their old songs to greet the rising sun. I lay among the shadows and I thought of days long gone, and those wandering tramps and hawker lads whose days are surely done. Let's have a set of tunes, shall we? So once again, I want to take the opportunity to introduce the Ant Friends, or the Growlers, as we're liking to call them. Wolf Rotary Growlers. 5 minutes? Okay. Last set. Oh.
Oh, let's
Okay,
Well,
well,
what do you want to do?
we'll make it good then. No,
Instead of what we were gonna
no,
play.
we'll close out a set of tunes because there's going to be an encore. And we'll do the last song of the set, okay? But we're going to do the set list because Chris is not the boss me. He was okay to you the boss.
All right.
Anyway,
Which one are we doing?
we are doing the set that we like to call Sligs into Reels. It was a double, right?
Yes.
So, and you start this one, right?
Do I?
I don't know. Well, I would like to introduce the guy who starts this one.
No, you don't.
I don't. Yeah, you
I
got
would like to introduce you to the guy who doesn't start this set. This is Mr. Marty Smith on Bouzouki over here. Wonderful woman, amazing player. It's been 3 years, and I'm so looking forward to learning so much from you. And maybe one day I can be a real Bouzouki player too. All right. Man. Over on my left, your right, playing out of sight, Mr. Dirk Mewes on whistles and down there on the end, the anchor and the all-being of everything that this band is going to be is
Are you trying to call me mouthy?
No, because I want to walk home tonight. Miss Zina Lee. Thank you so much to the Mercury Cafe for having us. Thank you out there in Facebook land. Thank you all for getting off your sofas and coming to support live music. I can't tell you how important that is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And somebody needs to start this.
You play us into the real.
See, I told you.
Yeah, into the real. Play the
Well, we're going to
slip
play
jig
the
first.
slip jig first.
See, I told you. and gentlemen, the Growlers. Chris, do you want to come up and say something nice about us?
So, thank you again. One round of applause again for Welcome Friends.
A big hand for Glenn and making the sound good.
So, let's begin up the portion 2 of the evening. As we make our way into the Rose Room, those who have instruments and who have done this before, we kind of set up around the piano stage. So the session will start over there. So if you're here for the session, you're also welcome to come along and just listen along. We are trying to get people to sing songs.
One more song! One more song! One more song! Oh, thank you. Oh, I couldn't. Okay, come on. I couldn't. Yes, we'll be glad to do one more song.
We'll let you do one more song. Right, the twister on? The twister on? Okay. So enjoy the music. We'll be setting up for the session outside over there. And just, come along. Thank you for coming out. And
Yes, there's a wonderful, wonderful session afterwards. Come over. We'll be there.
Children will be up for we'll be performing
Children
for
will be up for sale?
sacrifice, typically.
Sacrifice, okay.
So what do you want to do for encore?
We're gonna do a song of Scottish pride. Can you say that with me? Scottish pride. Oh, you're on, right?
To the commitments. I'm Scott. I'm loud.
Don't you know what Scottish pride is?
I'm sorry, I play Irish.
Not rainbows, but you know. But this is a song I got from the Corys. They used to end all their. I didn't know that they ended all their shows.
All right.
Down here at Rainbow.
Yeah.
That one, okay.
Anyway, but it's got a great sing-along chorus that we'll do about 37.5 times. And it goes like this. Oh, wow, your satins, your silks and your shawls, your soirees and your parties, and your elegant balls. That's right. We're all 12-year-old boys inside. Get it out of your system now. Elegant balls. Okay. Good. For a dance in the bottom, because it's Scotland, there's 2 syllables in bottom. Barn.
Barn.
Not a barn.
Bottom.
Extra points if you roll the R. Bottom. Don't hurt yourselves.
It's pretty good, actually.
I know. There's a ringer crowd. We're a dance in the barns, we're 10 in the hall. The lads were reared among heather. Now let's see if
We thought about, instead of being the Growlers, we thought we could be Loescher and do elegant balls.
That's people. My people who are on every week for the stream. They want to call. I'm going to do a holiday album, and they want me to call the holiday album "Elegant Balls." So
We could say we could also be Loescher. I don't even know what it is.
And the evening takes a sharp dive.
Oh, all your satins, your silks and your shawls, your soirees, your parties, and your elegant balls. For a dance in the barns, worth 10 in the halls, with the lads who were ready, come on hither. Oh, all your satins, your silks and shawls, your soirees and your parties, and your elegant balls. For a dance in the barns, worth 10 in the halls, with the lads who were ready, come on hither. Come all you young lassies, where have you been? Say sleeping and drowsy, I can buy me. In all the wider world, you never find a friend like the lads who are real. Come on hither. Oh, what is satins, silks and shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls. For the dance in the barn, for the men in the hall, with the lads who are real. Come on hither. good sight. Gaze on their splendors and wonder with pride. Fine ships have been built on the banks of the Clyde. On the line that we're here among natives. Oh, while we are silent, silks and your shawls, the soirees and your parties and your elegant balls. Dance in the bar, we're dead in the hall. With the lights that we're here among natives. For all our veterans. When the Queen needs some soldiers, she tends where to send. To the mountains and the valleys, the hills and the glens. There are bonnets to play through to the end. Where the light and we're in among natives. Oh, while we are sang, silks and your shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls. In the hall, with the lights of the green, come on here. Now England can boast of her sweet-scented rose, and Ireland can boast of the shamrock eagle rose. But in the land, the clear water flows, and the mountains high come together. Oh, how your satins, silks and your shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls. The dance in the barroom, the din in the hall, with the lads of the ring, come on, together. Oh, why we are satin, silks and shawls, your soirees and your parties and your elegant balls. The dance in the bar, the din in the hall, with the lads of the ring, come on, together. Thank you so much. Join us for the session. Thank you, everybody.
We did get the time extended for the session, so we can do an extra half hour, so it's all good. Nothing else coming on, so we'll be moving out there for the session. If you're interested in the session, free listening.
If you're interested in buying me whiskey or one of my CDs, right over here.
Right over there. And we'll move that over to the session area too, so that it's available.